December 16th, when Sun enters into Sagittarius, Sun enters into trine with Ethereum's natal Jupiter and Venus, and maybe just their natal Jupiter. I see that as initiating a kind of a new, like the month of some positive things for Ethereum. The new moon of Friday, December 23rd is happening in trine to ETH's natal Jupiter and Venus, and I see that as not being good for ETH price. On Thursday, December 27th, Mercury is going to be exactly opposing ETH's natal Mars from Sagittarius. And meanwhile, Moon in Aquarius is going to be opposing their natal Jupiter and Venus. I see that as being very good for ETH price. So up we go on that day is what I see. On Thursday, December 29th, when Mercury turns retrograde, I see that being bad for all markets, including Ethereum. By the way, it's not that just don't always think that just because it's a full moon, the market goes one way, new moon, the market goes another way, and when Mercury turns retrograde, the markets go down. Actually, if you look a little closer into that, that's absolutely not the case. So, like when you get a little bit more precise, so I'm not saying that because it's Mercury turning retrograde. You see, Mercury turning retrograde doesn't mean suddenly that all markets tank. It's just that in this case, I see that it's not going to be good for the markets. And regarding the moon, yes, I know that, yes, the full moon and the new moon naturally are a show price action, but if you look closely, it doesn't always mark the very top or the very bottom, and it doesn't always actually work exactly that way that so many people say. I know that there is some truth to it, but you shouldn't just like believe formulas like that are so simple, because there is some very substantial truth to them, but at the same time you have to look at other things. Anyway, on Friday, December 30th, when Mercury retrogrades back into opposition to Ethereum's natal Mars, there will, as I see it, be a very extreme upward movement for ETH price. On Wednesday, January 4th, Venus is going to be exactly trining ETH's natal Rahu from Capricorn, and meanwhile, Jupiter has also been opposing, while transiting natal Ketu and opposing natal Rahu, of course. I see that day as being very good for ETH price going up. Tuesday, January 10th, Jupiter hits ETH's natal Ketu and Moon is transiting in Leo with natal Jupiter and Venus. This day should be very good for ETH price. And then on the 12th, when Mars turns direct in Taurus, that will further intensify the price gain for ETH that initiates on January 10th.